The show is a fantastic character piece, basically.
This is not a procedural cop drama in the conventional sense. You have an issue each week, or maybe it runs over 2 or 3 episodes, but each time you're delving deeper into character.
Dog must have took a bullet for the kid, then took the shooter's finger off. Anyone ever loved you that much?
It's about these 2 detectives. One of them just got let out of prison.
It's time, Charlie.
And the other one is basically just out of rehab.
You've been working the program, Danny.
Is this for a peanut cup?
No, this is where you tell me if you've been working the program.
Yeah. They're put together back on the force, and they basically have to learn to be with each other, and they both have, you know, very different ways and styles of working.
You are Detective Cruz, aren't you?
Yeah. I guess I am.
Okay, well, would you like to be sure? Because we're about to walk into a crime scene.
He was framed for this triple homicide and spent 12 years in jail. He's sort of like a loose cannon and does whatever he wants and is very unconventional to my character, who at this point just wants to keep her head down, not get in trouble, but it doesn't quite go like that.
You want to have to talk about what you did? Who you pissed off to get partnered up with me?
I was handed a slip of paper. It said you're my new partner and didn't mention why, and I didn't ask.
My character got pulled basically right before she even graduated the academy to do some undercover work. And it involved, you know, drugs and busting drug lords and stuff like that. And she got a little in too deep. She took her work home with her, and she got into trouble. So they sent her to rehab, and now she's out, and she's paired with this guy.
Getting stuck with me isn't exactly a promotion for you.
Detective, it might be a habit of yours, but I don't want to have the what do you in for talk either.
Not a big talker. See, I've learned something about you already.
He's not a bad guy, but the thing that Danny wonders and, you know, is sort of the gossip going around the precinct is this guy back for revenge? Like, does he have ulterior motives, or what are his intentions?
Why did he come back to the force?
That's not my job to ask, guilty.
Cruz is gonna be trouble. He got screwed, he's back to get even.
He's a cop.
Because of his settlement. You're a cop because of your work.
And it's sort of been placed upon my character to uncover those intentions and to see, you know, is this guy out for his ultimate revenge, or is he really a good cop, you know, and wants to do good detective work?
Why'd you become a cop again?
When I was doing all that time, I always thought inside me I'm still a cop. That's what I held on to.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of crap.
My life is a lot of crap.
Cruz is undercover at the LAPD, effectively. He's back, he's doing what he always wanted to do. He loves being a cop, but anybody is a suspect, and anybody could have been involved in one way or another to greater or lesser extent in the crime of 12 years ago.
Can I get a picture? Well, you don't mind, do you? On account of, you know, you're a celebrity detective and all.
That's a phone, Bobby.
Got a camera in it. Where you been?
Me? I've been in federal maximum security prison.
One of the ways in which he made it through prison was he discovered Zen, Alan Watts, and like the whole Eastern way of thinking, and he's learned how to deal with his issues and to confront his problems, whereas Danny is the complete opposite. Doesn't want to deal with her issues, doesn't want to confront her problems.
I don't exactly understand you.
You don't have to understand here to be here.
That's what I don't understand.
Not everybody can successfully move on from their past, so you're still stuck in your past, even though you seem to have found a peace. And I think Cruz has more successfully than most managed to get past that, but not entirely.
If I'd stayed in the moment, if I'd stayed present, it would have been okay, but I didn't. I was thinking about where we're going next. So I left the moment just when I should have been completely in the moment, which is when people usually leave the moment.
He uses Zen as a prop, as a tool.
I'm not attached to this car. I am not attached to this car.
He's not always very good at it. Sometimes he's just using it simply for anger management, you know, just day to day.
Anger ruins joy, steals the goodness of my mind. Overcoming anger brings peace of mind, leads to a mind without regrets.
Are you making fun of us?
It is the universe that makes fun of us all.
You two need to escort us out now.
She's a badass in a way that I've always dreamt that I could be.
Okay, you're mad at me.
Mad? No, I'm not mad. I mean, I don't even think there was a word for what I am. She's very tough on the outside, and she doesn't let a lot of people in, and she's not very revealing or telling about her feelings and what she's going through.
Hey, you want to talk about what happened back there? The drugs? The shower? No. We don't have to talk about it.
But on the inside, it's just mush.
Your parents missed you last night at the Wednesday night dinner, Danny. You should come back.
Well, Maybe my mom did. I don't think my dad missed me much.
She has a shady history with her parents.
I sat in a car with your dad for 3 years and I came out alive.
Her dad was a cop and didn't want her to go into police work, but she did.
Partners aren't parents, Lieutenant.
And the one person that she trusts the most, the Lieutenant Davis character played by Robin Weigert, she's basically kind of screwing Danny too.
Even with rehab, the department doesn't have to keep you on the job.
So the next time Cruz does something, I need to make sure I do see it.
Danny Reese, she has to go in the hat with everybody else. I think she's less of a suspect, but nobody is innocent at this point.
I think the trick to playing this character is to reveal her vulnerabilities.
Do you want to know my name?
If I wanted to know your name, I would have asked you for it.
So there are moments when Danny does show her flaws and her weak sides, and I think that's where you can see an inkling of this person just needs some love and attention, you know?
As I hug my partner, I know she is real. I mindfully meet this person with open arms and an open heart.
I've heard that 1 or 2 people have been speculating that Danny Reese is actually Rachel Seabolt, who is the daughter that went missing from the Seabolt family. So there are a lot of fun conspiracists out there coming up with their own wacky ideas.
Why exactly would the universe make fun of us all?
Maybe it's insecure.
One of the beauties of this project is that we mix our day-to-day with our work.
I need to see you.
I'm fighting crime.
Come over tonight. I'll buy fruit.
You have things going on outside of work, and you've got your things that you got to do within work. So with that, I think it's a very real representation of the real world.
Your father is getting married.
No, he's getting remarried.
He wants you to come.
His bride-to-be is 8 years old. Anyway, I don't have a date.
From what I hear, you have plenty of dates.
Everyone's goal is to tell this amazing story about these characters and, you know, what they're going through in the first episode. And it's not about, you know, boobs or butt or, you know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to put a bunch of pretty people on the screen. It's about telling the story, and everyone's invested in the exact same thing.
Charlie, I need you to sign something.
Not now, Tad. Gritty is good. It has its place.
Why don't you help me?
You do not raise your voice to her.
But, you know, I think it should be really entertaining, fun, and fresh.
License and registration, please.
Look, I married your ex-wife. That is not a crime.
Were you aware that you changed lanes back there without signaling?
It's a dramedy. Everybody hates that term. I hate that term, but that's kind of what it is.
You have nothing better to do?
No, sir. Not at this moment.
Crimes are just dark period, you know? There's no need to put an emphasis on something that's already blatantly what it is. It's dark and morose, and it's horrible enough to begin with.
Cruz, it's a kid in there. It's your first day back. If you don't think you can handle it, I can do it myself.
To just counteract that with something so light and so positive, and just the feeling of you get over things and you move on, and things can be resolved, and life goes on. Life does not stop.
Life was his sentence, and life is what he got back.
I guess it is a, I don't know, a good lesson. That sounded cheesy.